kind of the job market after Corona, right? So everybody thought it was going to be terrible, but in my experience, it's actually not. So many of my friends changed jobs during Corona times, and they did quite well. They got another one in like 1 or 2 weeks sometimes. Some these are teachers, some other people that I know, they move jobs quite easily. So my gut feeling is that what is happening is that it's getting tighter for juniors, but it's totally okay for seniors or mid-level people.
Yeah. I mean, for seniors, I would say no time is a problem. Right? Even if you're in a crisis or even if the economy is going well, you will always find a job, right? But of course, for junior level entries, I think that is difficult right now because, of course, budgets are being cut, right? That means at the end of the day, you need to decide, who you want to hire, and at the end of the day, a senior basically performs on day one, right?
Mhm. Right. Well, ideally, right? So I've had experience with people who didn't, but
I do.
everybody. Right. Yeah, I think it's also that there is an oversupply with juniors because there's still people reacting to the hype from like 7 years ago. People are still rebranding themselves and doing some online courses and then just applying for jobs. And then on the company side, it's overwhelming because you have so many people. You put an ad, and even if your company is not very high profile, you get hundreds of applications. So you say, oh, I have this pile of CVs, so there must be somebody good there. Then you start interviewing, and then nobody is really remembering even the basics. It's kind of a surprising thing when people do online courses, and you ask them super basic stuff. They say, yeah, I saw this in a course, but I don't remember. And it's, and then, so it's a kind of wrong feeling that you have a lot of candidates. You have a lot of CVs, but most of them are crap. And you don't even know how long you have to dig until you get one that is good. So that's, I think, the problem for juniors, that they find that they have to fight the pile of CVs, kind of.
Yeah.
And, right. So in your experience, so you've been hiring recently, right? How is it?
I mean, the points that you said are completely, I would completely agree with that, right? So I would say out of 100 CVs, one person is good. one or two person, I would say, are good, right? And good means, they know the basics, they know the fundamentals. They are not just like, I've just been doing this course for 3 months and I like it, right? And I like to be in that field, but I don't really put much effort into it, right? So this is, I mean, the ones that I would choose, they are passionate about certain things, right? They're passionate about technology. They're passionate about the area. They dig deeper. And they know the basics, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't even know the basics, how can you know the complicated stuff, right? Because to be honest, if you are in machine learning, right, and you only read about deep learning, and maybe what a convolutional network is doing, and all these types, but then you don't even know the basics out of it, right? What just a simple feed-forward neural network is doing, then for me it's like it's a flag, right? Because someone just is into the hype, right, and is interested into certain technology and type, but the problem is, okay, if you would like to work on new things, right, and you don't know the basics, how can you stack onto the basics? So this is problematic for me.
Yeah. I got a message from a friend on WhatsApp with a screenshot of an ad saying, become a data scientist in 1 month. So now we are down to 1 month. It's like, okay, this is why we have the pile of CVs, right?